And I'm not sitting here like, yeah, I'll share stuff one day, when the time is right. Uh, when the time is right, I will show stuff. Is this not? For you, nothing has happened. For you, I, I cannot go for that for hours. I cannot go for hours. I start recording. The moment I start recording, it's like I did went to the toilet like a few minutes ago, so that might be thing. But yeah, for schedule wise, there shouldn't be really a change. But it's been 2 weeks since the last episode that I've recorded for me. That's primarily since I've fallen last week ill. You shouldn't hear me like it shouldn't be that noticeable anymore that like I have a cold or I had the flu and that sort of stuff. Because what happened last week, I started coughing as you heard. I don't know why, but like always happens in videos. I started coughing in the morning, and I thought it was a morning cough, but it wasn't a morning cough. It stayed during the day, and I noticed that like small things, like talking a lot, laughing, and that sort of stuff, that I kept coughing basically throughout the whole day, no matter if even if I sat still behind my desk, at integration work. And so I became sick and decided to not record today. And Wednesday it even became worse, stiffy nose, real soft, and that sort of stuff. I have been like 99% better, but I still actually hear cough from time to time. But not as much as I did last week, and especially not on Wednesday. And I can also better record now than I did last week. So yeah, for you, nothing would have changed from the last episode, Wanderers. But for me, I needed a break and I needed to record. So if I cough or sneeze during this episode, it will high likely only be this episode. If it happens next week, I will tell again. But if I cough or sneeze, I do apologize. And if you hear a random loud cat in the background, I also do apologize. But last year there was a cat in the neighborhood who was like really annoying because it's it's pairing. The pairing time comes for cats, and the cat is really loud. Like I swear to God, it's like really loud. But like last year at least, he was sitting outside my window. It was like a black and white cat, but now it isn't. And I was like putting like I came back late. I came back late from like integration works because it's my first full day, and I put my paper container back into my shaft and that sort of stuff on my shelf. Yeah, shaft, in that barn, like mini barn outside. Let's call it like that. And I heard a cat again, or I heard two cats meow, and it made me think, okay, there's something wrong with the cat. And I walk around the corner, like down here, and I see that black and white cat, and was like, oh yeah. And I heard it meow, but it stopped. So I hope actually. Like I actually hope it stops and stays silent. But yeah. And if you don't know what happened last video, we went to level 10, basically. And level 10 gave us, the put it on low frame rate so that you, can do that. From there we went to level 399, and through level 399 we got back to level 0.2, where we now are. And in level 0.2, the ID is... Is my... Oh. My inventory is full. In level 0.2, the idea is that you go, noclip actually, do the thing that is supposed to be happening in the backrooms. So that you can go across here, because there is a beast there. And as you can see, there are like 5 shifts. 5 of these like things, but I think they're like, because if you like see. Yeah, there are like paths where you can noclip to the other side of level 0, which is level 0.2. But and you can also noclip back in case you need to. But I'm still at the same spot. I need to find the doors. Ah! He was out the corner. Goddammit. Why did the lights break? Did you hear the lights break? Don't I get like a flashlight? I just want to say. Don't I get a flashlight? Walkie-talkies. Well, let's try that again. I don't know if you have to do it like open the door on the other side and then do it on this side, but I think you have to. But you have to open the doors at the other side. Right, that's a skin stealer. I also want to know something funny. Like, I show aware. I'm not the biggest teller of like. I'm not the biggest teller to people of like, you know, that I'm a content creator. See, because no. So if I go back to this and go to here, so the level is identical. Or roughly identical. See, it's open. I have to do a minigame. Okay, wait. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of telling people and such. On the other hand, I need to keep hearing. Oh, he's over there. If he's over there, I'm going to go this way. And that sort of stuff. Like, besides like a few friends. Oh, they break the light. No, we're not doing that. That opened this door, right? Yeah. And that sort of stuff, but I tried to like at least. Like at least I tried to like force my image that I want to be a bit out, as in the pregnant Vtuber or the pregnant trans girl. And that sort of stuff. Of course, when you have a big belly, you can't really hide that anymore. But the thing is, like at my integration work today, they asked me what I do for a hobby, and I finally was like, I'm gonna talk about the fact that I'm a content creator. You know, I'm finally gonna open up after therapy and that sort of stuff. That therapy helped and such, but yeah. So I was like talking to someone who wanted to know me better and see how they can like connect me to somebody, you know, in case if I needed to work together with someone and such. But the thing is, I told her like I do like education and like psychology and that sort of stuff, but also software development, but also that I'm a content creator. And I explained in short terms what it is because as my therapist told me, you don't need to show everything, Elise. You know. And she has a point. Hello. She has a hello. She has a point. I don't have to tell that I'm a pregnant Vtuber, but you know what the problem now is, which made me a little bit panicking because I do have my background still. Like I do have the background on my PC still. A thing that is like the background from me, my Twitch profile picture would be in Reshi in the snow, and I am prego in that. So you do know I am prego in that. So that's all visible, but like. You know the thing is what she asks now about? She wants to see stuff. She wants to see stuff. And I'm not sitting here like, yeah, I'll show stuff one day. When the time is right. When the time is right, I will show stuff. Is this not... Yeah, kill me. Can you kill me? How do I get this stuck? How do I achieve this? I'm stuck in the wall. Can I, without restart level? No, I don't want to restart the level. Because then I have to go back to all the points. The thing is, like, well, I die, let my sanity die. I'm sure my sanity is slowly dying, yeah. I'll let my sanity die. Like, my therapist is right. I don't have to tell everything. And I didn't tell everything because, you know, tell people you're a pregnant VTuber while you're a transgender girl. And that sort of stuff. And she doesn't already understand VTubing or content creation in general. And, but she wants to see that now. And that's where my panic a bit comes because, like, I finally was like, you know, I'm gonna talk a bit more about my hobbies. I'm gonna talk a bit more who I am online and what I like to do. Hey, I'm trying to tell a story here of who I wanted to be. Moron. This is gonna take forever. But and that sort of stuff. But like I said, you want to see more, and that's where the doubt came in. Because if I show them, like, you know, I like, even for example, I've never told my government stuff about my content creation because in general it's not the pregnant thing. You know, technically it's the pregnant thing, but yeah, it's something I like to do and that sort of stuff. I like making content and I like doing content and that sort of stuff. I like, well, whatever this is. Oh, this goes so slow down, huh? You know, I like making content, and I've been doing this for 5 years, and even if it gives one person a smile, you know, I like doing it. And especially last year, I have found who I am, and that is the pregnant goddess of reproduction, pregnant goddess of fertility look, you know, the prego VTuber. And my channel compares about pregnancy, so that be it, and that sort of stuff. If you don't like it, there's the door. But why do I still then, you know, be so fearsome about others people's opinion? Because, like, on the other hand, like, I feel like I talked to my girlfriend about this, and I feel like I'm just have to show it. At least if it's like one-on-one to that person that I told about it. But because maybe it helped them. Like, the thing is, like, eventually I was like a bit scared because, like, I don't really show my, you know, I don't talk about my content creation if it doesn't come up, let alone show it, and that sort of stuff. And in the end, like, it's more like, and this is the thing which I went to therapy for, and which makes me also realize after talk to Reshi that like, you know, what's the worst thing they can do if you show us, babe? You know, they're gonna like kick you out of the integration project and that sort of stuff. Which like if it was normal work, you know, like if it was normal work and paying the job, then you would I get like give the benefit and like they kick you out because they think you're weird, you know, and they don't think they fit the team and that sort of stuff. But on the other hand, it does prove a point in who I am. And you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? Kick you out? So be it. You're done with integration work then, and that sort of stuff. Which I don't think that will happen because if they find this weird enough that they say, you know, we kick you out. I think there's the kick out committee, guys. Hey, hold on. But, you know, if they find this weird enough, they kick me out. That will first I go to my government stuff. And if they say, Elise, this is too weird, you know, think, why did you never tell us? You know, I think the worst thing there is going to be a conversation with my government coach. And I have to explain why I am like this and who I am. And this, you know, my true image, basically, that image behind the mask. But you know, like in the best case, she like adores the idea, be like, you are who you want to be, and I don't have to judge it, you know. And that's why I have to talk with Reshi, I felt like, because the thing is like I thought, yeah, what's the worst thing that can happen, Elise? I know it's exciting, but like, what's the worst thing that can happen? They kick you out. More free time. Oh, I died! Oh. Hi. That took longer. But yeah, the worst is certainly kick out. So yeah, I might have to show my content creation to... I might have to show my content creation to, like, my integration work. Which might, you know, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, if they don't like it, who are they to judge? You know? More day to judge. They don't have to be my #1 fans. You know, they don't have to be my #1 fans. Okay, that door's open. Is that this door? Yeah. And such stuff. They don't have to be my biggest fan. And like I said, like Ashley also told me, like, you know, you're cuckoo crazy, Lise, but that is who you are. And if I am there, you know, to get help in getting back to work, and this is part of who I am, and maybe they can say, Elise, oh, you know, we shouldn't recommend telling it. Like, we shouldn't recommend telling it to people on work. You know, they can be like a test. Now that I think about it. They can be like, hey, you know, you shouldn't tell this to people. There should be one more at the top, which is going to be a problem. I always assumed this was never like a one-to-one replica, but I think it's a one-to-one replica. Hi, what are you doing here? Like, I always had the feeling when I played this level before, by the way, I've, like, off topic, that, like, this level is never a one-to-one replica. But I think it is. Or it feels like. But yeah, like, on the other end, like, you know, I can show it and it can be a test of, like, how do other people look at it that, like, may have an effect on work. And such stuff. Is that this? I'm gonna get to that door first. Because I think it's this field, huh? And then up there, yeah. So yeah, I feel like a bit worried to showing them, but like in the end, it's gonna be one day that they see it, because like my background, like I said, my background of my laptop is Rashi and me sitting there show where I am the proud Vtuber, you know, and that sort of stuff, and there is also the thing that, like, that's the funny thing, like I had a picture of my background self on my GitHub account. And I have a private GitHub account that I use for coding, like for school and that sort of stuff, or there was for school primarily, but now for Toppite. And I had like a picture of me pregnant, of me in my pregnant era, but like they asked me for my GitHub account so they could invite me to a collaboration organization, and that collaboration organization doesn't have any repos. I checked tonight. But I was like, if they're gonna give them my name, they can see me a pregnant picture and that sort of stuff. You know. So I quickly changed the picture, and before I gave my, you know, GitHub name, I made sure that the picture was changed across GitHub, you know, not that you change the picture and that it has to update yet. But I was like, I want to show who I am, even on GitHub, and that sort of stuff. But, you know, a little panic. But the funny thing is, you know how I panic about, like, a picture of me pregnant? And for me, for my pregnant era, in as profile picture. Well, the funny thing is, my Discord bot is on GitHub, so technically, it like all the pregnant pictures that I've uploaded in my JSON file, in my GitHub, in my Discord bot, are visible. Like it is not like that was the funny thing that I was thinking on the way back home. And such stuff. This is not the door. What are you doing? Can you stop stalking? And that's the funny thing, because I was thinking of the, you know, why am I like actually trying to hide a picture of what I used to look like, not now, but will look like soon, you know, or what I want to look like. Well, in theory, that picture is also accessible in, you know, my Discord GGS bot. Like, there's nothing stopping them. You know, there's nothing stopping them from, like, checking my Discord GGS bot repo and seeing everything I made for the Discord bot. And that sort of stuff. Including the roleplay sections and the poor roleplay section and that sort of stuff. Like, as if, like, also, this is what I mean. If I jump down here. Wait, I need to go the other way. No, wait, where is it again? No, this is also not it. Right? No. Here's this door. Okay, wait, let me reassess. See what I mean? Like, it does have a one-on-one. But there is no direct way from there to there. But yeah. Like there's no stopping, like, my coach there to look in my, you know, Discord res bot repo, see my true self, technically. But this is like the wrong way. Do I need to turn around and jump it through the other way to see it? Because it's always that one. I remember from the last time I played, it's always that one. Okay, well, hold up, huh? Hold up. No, I was looking for this. No, see it like. It is correct, the layout. But I might need to like turn it around, and then I see it. Because it always was that one. Wait, did I open it? So yeah, like I probably have to show my Paco Vtuber to my topic day, and I'm gonna do it. And I won't care. Like as I said, that's the worst thing they can do. Throw me away from there, but then I have to show it to my government coach, and maybe they can say I'm crazy. I don't think they can like deny the fact to give me like government funds, at least. I don't think they can deny that, based on my like I would deny something on based what I want to be or do in my free time, which I have no correlation to getting work and that sort of stuff or finding work. But no, this is also not the correct way. Yeah. Where the fuck is the door? Where the fuck is this? This is see what I mean that the level's not 101. Like it's the last door and I can find this record. You again. I opened the door. I opened the door, I think. Was that the door? I hope I opened the door. I found a door. On the other hand, like I have like a donkey who tries the same thing over and over and over and over again, hoping that one day will work. I keep bashing my head against the wall again through this thing, and then be like, oh, probably gonna work. I don't think that map, like, in the beginning was a map. God fucking ain't it. Was this not like... Yeah, where that door is. See, like, this is why I believe the map is on 101, but... For some reason it is not at this section. Which is confusing me. Is it just literally there? No, this is like... Yeah, this one. Hello, I shine my light on you. Like... Huh? Like, I've got every hallway in this goddamn level, except... Is it this door? It is the door, guys. I found the door. Now to noclip back. No, 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 no. No, 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 my bitch! I thought, like I said to you, like I found like every goddamn hallway in that level, except the correct way. But yeah, that's the story I wanted to tell mostly today. Like I told for the first time openly about my content creation, and I didn't tell everything, as my therapist told me, so that I could at least tell a bit about my hobby. But now they want to see my hobby. But yeah, on the other hand, like I said, if it's for me to be whole. Like, if it's for me to get help to get to work, like, I can test stuff out there. They say, you know, that you shouldn't tell this at least, but... you shouldn't tell this at least, you know, you shouldn't actually, but... Okay, where's the... thing? And I might just gonna do it to see how they react. Like I said, that's the worst thing. They can like kick me out of like integration. Like, hey, 4 more free days, haha. Like, and I think like I said, I think if they want to kick me out of integration work because I'm a pregnant Vtuber, I think they have to like explain really well to my job coach why they kick me and that sort of stuff, or I have to do it. But oh, it's time based. It's such stuff, but yeah. And I might should put that get the picture back. As such. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna do this level, I'm gonna do this next time because it's a really short level. And as you can see, it's the snack rooms. It's like to stock up on shit. Because you're gonna need that in the next level. Next video, there will be 2 levels. Because this is the snack rooms. Labeled the snack rooms, and the snack rooms is a really short level. As you can see, there's a code and that's it. And the next one, after this, will be Hotel Run for Your Life, or exclamation mark. You know, a sub-level of like exclamation mark Run for Your Life. Yeah, level exclamation mark, the Hotel Chase. Hotel chains contain a series of hotel hallways, which door limbing the walls. The material the walls are made out varies. Some sections are constructed out of high reflective material, where other sections are built out of wood. The length of hotel chains is unknown, but is currently believed to be somewhere between 10 to 50 miles. Like its parent level, Run for Your Life, Hotel Chase is a neon shade of red. However, wherever the light Run for Your Life is provided by an extra sign, the uneven spacing of which resulting in some areas being darker than others, the light in Hotel Chase is provided by regular light bulbs of varying size and shape, all mounted onto the ceiling. While an alarm ceremony to Run for Your Life can be heard loudly bearing almost all the time on the level, One can hear the first traces of elevator music, especially near the exit. However, the alarm sound on the hotel chase has a source. It appears to come from smoke detectors, which lines the ceiling. Though the alarm does not resemble the sound of a smoke detector at all. The second one enters hotel chase and will glimpse a horde of entities, pursuing them rapidly, forcing them to run for their life. The entities run extremely fast with inhumane stamina, and only feasible means of avoiding them is making sharp turns and effectively maneuvering throughout the complex. Even so, escaping is often up to chance due to the unpredictable of the horde. Interestingly, however, the entities seem to run at a fixed speed, meaning that if one can simply run faster than them, they can escape. Though, due to the length of the level, the stamina of entities and the stamina of the entities, this is almost impossible. Well, I'm starting to see green. I'm starting to see green. Jesus. I was like looking at a red backroom wiki page. But yeah, that will be the next episode, Wanderer. Take a rest, take a stack. I'm also needing rest and that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you're new around here, I don't know who I am. I'm known as Pergolution, Prego, Poly, Vtuber, Transgone, Intent, or you're pregnant goddess of reproduction, you're pregnant goddess of fertility, and that sort of stuff. Who's still recovering, but I hope it should be gone by next week. If it's not, I will say it, and that sort of stuff. Or otherwise, I probably need to go look for a doctor. I am 99% better, I just have a little cough and that's all, and that sort of stuff. But if you like horror and Project Diva, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because I primarily focus on horror Project Diva. Around this time, I don't know yet, but if around this time Undertale 2 Pacifist still runs, which I can just check. You know, which I just can check. Which I just can still check. That is this week. So that's 7 episodes, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, around this time, Undertale 2 Pacifist is busy. But if you like horror, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because do know, I know that on Friday Escape the Backrooms taking up a lot of time, but do know, after Undertale 2 Pacifist, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 will be coming. And that sort of stuff. So if you're looking forward to my Poppy Playtime playthrough, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. It will be coming after Undertale 2 Pacifist, which should be a few more episodes left. That goes to episode 10 and that sort of stuff. So if you like Poppy Playtime, if you like horror, as I said, I primarily focus on horror and Project Diva, with Friday being a horror. Friday, within the morning being a horror video, and in the evening, 3 scary games. In this case, it's Escape the Backrooms, and on other times it can be different things, but Escape the Backrooms is probably going to be a longer series. And that sort of stuff. So I don't know that, like, because of that, I have decided to put Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 after Undertale 2 Pacifist instead of after Escape the Backrooms. Gives me some time to plan for other stuff and such. But yeah, with that I would say I'm also doing a lot of Let's Plays like Call of Duty Veteran Campaign Series, Binding of Isaac, We Happy Few, Shadows Overloading, Call of Duty Zombies content, and Undertale 2 Pacifist, for example. So if you also like generally Let's Plays by your Prego Vtuber, make sure to check them out. If you want to stay up to date, you can like and subscribe to the video. That is the best way to support me. It's the best way to stay up to date. Otherwise, you can join my Discord through the link tree at the bottom of the video description. It's the best place to stay up to date. It's one of the better places to stay up to date. It's your best chance to talk to me and that sort of stuff. Because I'm the most active there and that sort of stuff. And such more. But I do know with the recent changes coming to Discord, might not everyone uses Discord anymore or decides to leave Discord. In case you want to stay up to date, I also have an Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky in that link tree. It's not as frequently updated as the Discord, but it gives you still a place. If you want to talk to me, it can also through the comments. I try to respond to every comment when I can, but I don't have all the time sometimes. And sometimes YouTube doesn't give me notifications of comments. So be aware, YouTube doesn't always give me notifications of my own comments, which is a pain, bad thing. But also my YouTube, my Voice channel and my Twitch channel are there in case you want to see how stream goes from time to time. Because for example, Undertale 2 Pacifist is recorded live on Twitch. Finally, Neighborhood is recorded live on Twitch. And I do record from time to time stuff on Twitch. So if you want to be part of that, keep an eye on my schedule and my place is there. My Ko-fi Patreon is also linked there in case you want to support me a little bit more. But with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful time, Wanderer. And might I'll see you in the next video of Escape the Backrooms or in the next video in general. Until then, bye.